A Chess Tournament by Robert Hoffman. Andrew was excited. He had just learned how to play chess in class earlier that month, and he had qualified to participate in the school's chess tournament. After eating his breakfast, he headed off to school to play some chess. When he arrived at school, he found it was already packed with people looking forward to competing in this chess tournament. Already competitors who had signed in had headed off to their assigned tables and were waiting for the first round to begin. Andrew looked at the sign-in sheet. He noticed that there was an even number of players listed on the sheet. This made sense because chess is a two-player game. Every chessboard would be assigned 2 players, and every player must have a partner to play. An even number is an integer that is evenly divisible by 2, without a remainder. After signing in, Andrew went to his assigned chessboard and waited. And waited. And waited some more. The tournament was ready to start, and he was still waiting on a partner to be assigned to his table. It was looking like someone had not shown up, and there were an odd number of participants. So all the players had a partner to play except for Andrew. The judges decided that Andrew would advance to the second round without having to play anyone. An odd number is an integer that is not evenly divisible by 2. Trying to divide an odd number by 2 will always result in a remainder of 1. While waiting for the first round to complete, Andrew decided to look at the sign-in sheet. Originally there had been 48 players in the tournament. 48 was a nice number for the tournament because the players could be grouped up nicely. There were 3 main categories for the players: amateur, for new players; novice, for players with some experience; and expert, for the very best chess players. The awards table had trophies for the best players within each group. The 48 players could be evenly divided into 3 groups, because the number 3 is a divisor of 48, meaning that 48 can divide it by 3 evenly, with no remainder. Since the person who was supposed to play Andrew in the first round didn't show up, there were now only 47 players. Something about that number seemed strange to Andrew. After trying out dozens of numbers, Andrew realized that there were no numbers that were divisors of the number 47. Andrew remembered that the name for a number that had no divisors other than the number 1 were called prime numbers. Andrew noticed that each of these 3 groups there were 16 players. 16 was a good number because it can be divided by the number 2 many times. This is good for a tournament because the winner of each game of chess can go on to face other winners of the other games for each round. The number that has more than one divisor is called a composite number. Andrew noticed that the organizers had set up a chart to show the winners of each game and who they would be facing each round. Right about that time, the announcement for the second round of the tournament would begin. Andrew hurried to his table, eager to begin play.